Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Anea and today we're going to be doing my week 10 pregnancy update. I will say it's quite windy outside today, so you might hear a little feedback in the video. I apologize. Um, so to start off with, we're going to go over the baby's development from last week. It was actually quite a big week, so there's a bit to get through. So firstly, last week, baby was the size of a prune. One of my other apps said a kumquat, so whichever one you prefer. As of last week, the baby upgraded from an embryo to a fetus, which is really exciting. Their knees and ankles were starting to form, and by last week, the baby's arms already had elbows and they were able to like flex. So that's awesome. Last week, the tooth buds started forming. So the baby isn't going to have teeth until around like 6 months postpartum. Although it isn't impossible for the baby to be born with a tooth or two, it's just not super common. But those little teeth that are going to be growing postpartum are in their gum line. What's after that? So their stomach has started producing digestive juices, and their kidneys have started producing urine. The main parts of their eyes are all formed now. However, their eyelids will be sealed shut until week 20 something, I believe. And if the baby is a boy, they've started producing testosterone. And if the baby is a girl, their ovaries are starting to produce eggs, which is also really exciting. So that's everything for week 10. Quite a lot there. And then when it comes to my symptoms, I honestly feel like I've just been having less and less symptoms, which is nice, but at the same time has been giving me quite a lot of anxiety. So last week I noticed that my chest was a little bit more sore than it has been. Still nothing crazy, but every now and again I would notice that I was sore even without any pressure placed on them. But that wasn't happening super often, and it still is much less tender than my chest would be during my period. Like, I'm used to like quite intense chest pain. Um, Again, if you haven't been watching my videos, I prefer to use gender neutral terms. So when I'm referring to my chest, I'm not referring to up here my chest, I'm referring to the breasts. But during my period, I'm used to very, very sore chest. Um, and this has just been nothing compared to that, which makes me quite anxious. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and the reason why I'm anxious about it, I should say, is because with my doula work, I've been having to do like additional education in chest feeding. And one of the things I've been reading a lot of in the last week or two is that during pregnancy, if you aren't noticing much or at all any like differences in your chest and like your nipples and stuff, then that is a bigger sign that you won't be able to chest feed, that you'll have an insufficient milk supply. Um, and that is what's making me anxious because I very much want to be able to chest feed. And lately, I just feel like a lot of the things that I was really looking forward to with a birth, like a home birth and stuff like that, are seeming less and less likely. And it's all just feeling very out of control. So, there's that. I've still been a bit tired, but like I've said, it has been more manageable. There's been a few days where I haven't taken a nap and I've been relatively fine. Although, in general, I do still prefer to have a nap in the afternoon. It does help me get through the rest of the day a bit easier. A little bit of nausea, but again, um, it seemed to have peaked around, I don't know, eight, week seven, week eight. No, week eight. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, week eight. And since then, it's become less and less and less. Um, and nausea isn't, I don't even know if I'd fully call it nausea. It's just kind of a discomfort, a little queasy, I don't know. But that's been there. A headache here or there, pretty mild, not long lasting. And still been noticing some bloating, mostly after I'm eating food, which kind of happens normally anyway. Um, but yeah, those are kind of my symptoms. Trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think so. I would like to give a shout out to one of my clients right now. Um, she is currently postpartum and hasn't been needing her maternity clothes and has given them to me. So that's what this shirt is and these pants. Um, I'm very grateful for the people in my community who have been so kind to donate things and just be present during this journey. So, thank you. And lastly, we're just going to get a little bump update. I know last week we had a little bit of progress, and I haven't really seen any more progress after that. I mean, the progress that we made is still there, but yeah, it's probably going to look very similar to last week. But let's do this. Okay, so this is the progress that we've made. Again, size of the bump is just my body in general, not actually the size of the baby bump. However, you can see that it has gotten more rounded down here. But other than that, looking pretty much the same as always. Nothing too crazy. Very much less bloated, I think, than I usually am during these videos, which is kind of nice. Gives a more accurate depiction of the size of the bump. But yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching today. If you have any thoughts or any questions, if you have things that can, soothe my anxieties, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And until next week, bye!